Are you looking for a property to buy or lease? Are you tired of buying fake property from unregistered agents? Then this is good news for you. My Property and I is a real estate management program. Comes your way every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. on Africa Independent Television, AIT. Contrary people, una dey hear me so? I say My Property and I go tanda for your television every Tuesday 5:30 p.m. to give una all the tori about property for our state and how to get better one. We go dey bring una people wey sabi property matter to teach us how to buy and sell property without mago. Join us this Tuesday 5:30 p.m. on AIT Benin. My Property and I. Me sef fit be landlord.
Good day, everybody. I remember your one and only property doctor. My name is Osarime John. We're still in the program, My Property and I. My Property and I is a real estate management programs that gives you background knowledge on how to acquire genuine property, where to acquire genuine property, and possible ways to manage and develop those property of yours. We're still in the studio with a guest. He's a real estate developer, and he has brought a lot of development in Edo State, despite it's not from Edo State, but he has done so much in Edo State. With me in the studio today, we have Mr.
My name is Evans Abioko. I'm the CEO of Evermore Castle Nigeria Limited. We are a real estate company that will look at reshaping the real estate market in Benin City precisely. I always tell people Benin City is blessed, and Benin City is a land flowing with milk and honey. Once again, I say thank you for making me part of this wonderful program. Thank you, Property Doctor.
Yeah, thank you. Good to have you on the show today, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Why do we need a real estate developer in Edo State? Why do we need a real estate developer across the nation, not just in Edo State?
Real estate market in Nigeria at large is currently in a developing stage, and many people who find themselves in the real estate market, they are actually enjoying the good benefits. But for you to survive the real estate market, you must be ready to build what I call integrity, trust, and humility. Now, having these three things intertwined, it gives you a very big leverage. For instance, as a real estate developer, you get clients from outside Edo State that patronizes you. But meanwhile, they are based in the diaspora, and they now told you, they say, oh, we bought land through our siblings, but this land we can't see it because why? Our siblings sold the property when they are in need, and they are now buying from you. We have our 10 clients, which are from the diaspora. They bought land from us. Yes, they don't know us, but they trusted us. And we gave them their document. Even some of them, what we do is not just giving them their document. We try to make sure that when they sign, we give them a scanned document and ask any of their loved ones to come and collect the physical document. So as a real estate developer, if you're coming in to reshaping Nigeria at large and also Benin City at large, trust me, you should come in with a mindset that you want to bring in transformation. And anytime you are bringing in transformation, people are ready to buy from you. But it's so painful that on most cases, when people want to come into real estate, they don't understand. What they look at, first of all, is they say, oh, it's a business that gives you money. But trust me, no business can give you money when you don't have trust, integrity, and humility.
What are the benefits of real estate companies?
There are so many benefits of real estate in Nigeria today. Just yesterday, I was on the platform and I was talking with old school boys, and we were talking. A friend, one of us is in the US, I guess, and he was talking about development in over there. And I told him Nigeria is developing. Instead of me putting up a $60,000 in a mortgage to own a house in the UK, in the US, I rather bring that $60,000 down to Nigeria. And trust me, if I go into a section of the real estate whereby I am going for what we call land banking, and I decide to use that $60,000 to acquire large portion of land in some community that the government has interest. Within the space of 5 years, trust me, that money is going to give me a good return of investment. But I do tell people real estate have a whole lot of benefits. Number one benefit is this: it saves you against inflation. You don't also to make your money and you begin to look at how you put it in a business and the business just goes off. Now, why do I say it saves you against inflation? Nigeria is passing through a phase, and that phase, every day prices in the market goes up. You buy a product for 10 naira, you sell for 12 naira. After selling for 12 naira, you are going to the market, the product is now 15 naira. So you need another 3 naira extra to add to the 12 naira. But when you come in to buy, to invest in real estate, trust me, it will save you against inflation and it will actually secure your finance. Putting a $60,000 in a business that you are not sure of, that can give you a long lifespan, a good return of investment, but putting it in a genuine property for within a space of 5 years or 10 years, and trust me, you can begin to earn a good amount of it.
Why do you choose to practice real estate in Edo State? Why did you choose? What inspired you?
Practicing real estate in Benin, we're also doing in Lagos. We have properties in Lagos. We have a large portion of land which we've acquired along the Lagos Calabar coastal route. But you see, I always tell people, before you come into real estate business, don't think about making money first. Everybody wants to make money, but you should be able to build trust, integrity, and humility. It takes time to build these things. And now, while I decided to put up in Benin, Benin is a growing market. And Benin needs people to understand you. Benin needs people who are trustworthy. Lagos is already an existing market. I can wake up today with 200 million and jump into Lagos market and I'll begin to sell. But in Benin over here, you can get in and the buyers, they are scared because of lack of trust. They are scared because after buying a land, and at the end of the day, they will say it is government reserve. When I came into the real estate market in Benin City, there's an office we had in Lagos, but I said, no, I want to sell in Benin. And now, while selling in Benin, I have a mentor rather, and he told me, Servant, if there is something about which God has showed you in Benin City, go there, but you must be patient. That's why if you come to our company today, any of our renters that comes around us, we always tell them our keyword is patient. While building this trust, integrity, and humility, you must have patience as your number one keyword. It is not a get rich quick business. Many people have failed in it. I've seen people, they've carried millions into real estate and now they are running from one court case, EFCC, here and there. So I've studied the Benin market. The Benin market is a thriving market. It's a place that has money. Just that most of us, we are not patient to see it. I have a platform of diasporans which we are selling up to. And I always tell them, we don't just sell land, but we sell land here. We are talking of what we call high ticket sales. And this high ticket sale, you buy a land worth 2 million naira from us. Trust me, in the next 12 calendar months, you know that land has had an increase in price of a tune of 50% on that land. So when I saw the market in Benin here, there's no place community you go outside Benin that you can buy a land as low as 300, 400,000. But trust me, in Benin City here, I can even get that. And when I watch that land to grow in a while, I can sell at a good amount. Now, even as low in Edo State, we talk of Uromi here. Uromi, you can't get a land for 5 million, even 1 million. You can't get a land because that side is already a driving place. The lands there are expensive than Benin City. So we coming into Benin market, we saw a lot of lapses and we have a mandate to see how we make sure that 5,000 persons who are low earner, they can own plot of land even by paying instrumentally, but then there must be document we give to them. So we began to build what we call trust, integrity, and humility. I will tell you, it has not been easy. It has been, will I say the market has been difficult, but trust me, we are breaking in boundaries. At least so many market people are reaching out to us. Some of them are subscribed to our purchase of land. But trust me, if you come into Benin market and you keep this 3 word and you back it up with patience, you will always thrive.
Okay, a quick one. I think from what you said, do you not see Benin City market being on the price, like their property being on the price, or is it that these other places their prices are overpriced?
The Benin market is not on the price. The reason why people look at Benin market is the mindset of our people. Imagine you as a real estate professional, you get 100 plots from a community, and within this 100 plots, you propose to put in gates, you propose to put in some facilities, perimeter fencing. Now, how will you do that? Our people, most of our real estate professionals in here, what they do is they don't actually measure their land on square meter. Rather, they are selling it 100 by 100 or 50 by 100, which to me is bad. Now, our people in Benin City here or Edo at large, they don't even understand the normal size of a plot of land. The national size of a plot of land in Nigeria is a 50 by 100. So if I buy a land of 100 by 100, definitely I want to put in fencing. I want to have I want to carve out the gutter so that passage of water during the flood season. I want to remove all this thing from the 100 by 100. So definitely at the end of the day, my land, I will still have my 50 by 100 that I can comfortably build my structure, have my car park and other amenities inside. But trust me, it's so painful that most of our real estate guys, when they come out, they sell land, but rather they are not enlightening the people of what these people want to get from them. And thereby, it's making the market more difficult. I've been to market terrain, I've been to a couple of persons, and they tell me, so how much are you selling a plot of land? I said, a plot of land I sell is 50 by 100. If you're buying 100 by 100 from me, that means you are getting a 2 plot of land. So most of them asked me why. I began to explain, and I told them, go on your Google, type the normal, what is the normal standard of a plot of land, and most of them saw it on Google, and they are seeing 50 by 100. They now discover, oh yes, this is the style. Community will give you 100 by 100. Community will not tell you how you do your perimeter fencing. Community will not tell you where you put in for your drainage system because of flood. Community will not give you all these guidelines because of tomorrow. Tomorrow, if government comes in and they want to put in road expansion, what happen? You that feels you use your 100 by 100, the government will come and divide your house into two, and you say it's a wicked government. No, it is not a wicked government. We must understand the normal standard of doing things. If we as real estate professional, we begin to enlighten all our clients, all our customers, everyone in Edo State. Trust me, everybody will understand the market of Edo State. Just that people are not enlightened. Everybody say, I want 100 by 100. You buy 100 by 100 for a community at 500,000. They want you to sell the 100 by 100 for 600,000. You will go and clear the land. You will go and you want to pay for, they want document free. They want you to put survey, everything. So at the end of the day, you're on the losing end. So Benin City is not actually on the price, rather, but it is our people who are actually not seeing the value of land business. If you're coming into real estate, you should tell yourself that you are a professional businessman that deals on land. So you should be able to enlighten your customers, enlighten the people. And thereby, when you're enlightening these people, you will see everybody begin to place value. Like I say, I don't just sell land to anybody. I sell land to people who are ready to secure their money in a system in which is land, so that the inflation will not eat them up, or their money they've also will not just go down the drain. So our people need to start advising. I have sold the land for somebody hereby. When the person came, we were looking at it. Oh, this land is this amount, and the person came, and we told the person a certain amount. The person was like, "Wow, okay, give me 4 plots." Now, that person that bought 4 plots, you should understand that this person understands the value of land. Because why? He's seeing an opportunity while somebody else is looking at it as a bush. So if every one of us through this your platform we begin to tell our people, no, 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 no. Land in Benin is not underpriced. It's just the mentality that we need to change. We need to start talking to people. We need to start reaching out to people. And the more we reach out to people, trust me, you see everybody will begin to get land from us, and we'll work in the guideline that tomorrow government will not come and destroy all their property.
So what makes your company different from every other company?
While we are coming into this business, what we our watchword is, we try to see how we can help these buyers, not just to buy a genuine land. You buy a genuine land and we help you to build. Now, when you want to build a house, we guide you on why you should build a house. I told somebody recently, she's in the UK, and I said, if you're in the UK and by age 60 you should retire, or let's say 65 you should retire, trust me, what do you want to fall back to Nigeria to earn? So, in other words, you should start doing an investment, investing in real estate. You don't need to own a land from me. You don't need to buy from my real estate. You can get a good investment. Now, getting this good investment, it simply means you can go to a market center, look out for a property that they want to sell, buy the property. You can choose to build a plaza. You can choose to build something that people will always rent and gives you large number of money yearly, and these funds can keep you during your retirement age. So we came into the business to actually add value, guide our people, because so many persons, they just buy land, and at the end of the day they want, after a short period of time, they want to sell. So our real estate, what we are doing is we are adding value. And if you are buying land from us, we always tell our client, if you are buying land from us, our land appreciates with time. Now, you buy a land for us as low as 1 million naira. Now, if you are leaving that land for the next 3 to 5 years, that land can be sold for 3 million to 5 million naira. So, what should you do? You now need to understand that anywhere we position our land, we call those places high ticket areas. Because why? The government of Edo State is interested in development within that territory. So, as a real estate company, we add value to our client base. We add value in helping them to increase their wealth, because one goal within us is we are building generational wealth. And how can you build generational wealth? You are building generational wealth in getting properties, getting landed property. So at the end of the day, your children can earn from it.
What are the major requirements do the people need for real estate business? Because we see companies just or company just emerge once. You just see people that are into logistics, people are into other petty business just come up and begin to set up. They begin to say they are developers, they are real estate developers, they are this and all of that. What are the requirements?
Investing in real estate is a good business, is a lucrative one. But trust me, before you invest in real estate, you must learn the rudiments of real estate. You can come with a 1 billion naira, and tomorrow you are running from pillar to post. Police is looking for you. I've seen people who bought large portion of land. Why? They just feel sorry. They just feel the community. Oh, this community, let me go in there. And they bought 100 plot of land. Now it's over 5 years right now, but no appreciation on that land. And real estate is all about appreciation. There must be value for the land. So if you're coming into the business, you don't just jump into any community to buy land. First thing I always tell people, go and get a mentor, somebody who has been in the business that you can learn from, because you are going to put in your money, not just your money, you are going to put in your expertise, you are going to put in your knowledge, your intelligence, and with these factors, it will help you. Thank God my manager is here. We almost acquired some large portion of land from a community, and thank God for who we are because of our due diligence and everything. The land was actually a government reserve. Imagine when we committed ourselves in that kind of land and we started selling, and at the end of the day, it's now a government reserve. What happened? Our money has gone. The buyers that will buy from us, they'll be dragging us for the money. So at the end of the day, you are on the losing end. You will keep running for help, and help is not coming because why? There was no mentor that you actually learn how to do the business from, and you don't have the proper intelligence. And I always tell people, getting into real estate, you must have a good financial intelligence. You must know how to put your money in places that you can know that can help your business to survive. And once you understand these things, if you're coming into the business, you can earn. I was talking to somebody, I said, see, this person that comes into this real estate is good. He has the money, but he doesn't know how to do it. Why? Because he just want to buy land and put his price and start selling. But me, if I go for a land, I don't just start selling. I will first of all do the necessary things I need to do on that land, plan myself well, then before we start activating. And while getting a land, I always tell you, before you buy a land, look at what is the government interest within those territory. What is the government interest in bringing develop road infrastructure within that territory? How is the eyebrow of that place? What kind of people are coming into those territory? Once there is nothing the government is interested within those territory, trust me, if you go in there and start investing your money, at the end of the day, nobody is coming to stay in the bush. Everybody wants to buy a property and make sure this property has a good value. People are calling most real estate as scam because why? They bought a property, and by the time they want to allocate it to them, they took them into a deep bush and they look at it. There's no house, nobody wants to stay there, and they now look at it. Even though I want to sell this property, it's of no use. So imagine buy a property for 500,000, and after 5 years, you should want to sell the property, they are pricing for 700,000. To me, it's a bad business. So, but rather, I always tell people, go and get a mentor, get a proper expertise in investment, get financial intelligence, and be patient when you are doing your business. Most persons you see in Benin City here, they come into the real estate, they don't find out everything. They just feel because I have the money, I'm the CEO, I don't need to move around. People should go for me. Yes, people will go for you. You are paying them salary, but your money is at risk. At the end of the day, when the business collapse, every staff is going to leave you. You on your own, you are going to suffer the risks of everything. So if you are coming into real estate business, it's a good one. I encourage more investors to come in. But please, when you are coming in, be smart, be intelligent, get a good mentor, and know how to put your money in eyebrow areas that can give you good value of your funds. Thank you.
What are the red flags of some real estate companies? What should you see to know that some real estate companies they are not genuine? What should we see? Because we see some real estate company they fail on their promises. Some real estate tells you they want to do road, they will do pipe-borne water, they will give this, they will buy transformer, they will do that, and they will do this. At the end of the day, they are not keeping to their promises. A lot of them does not even keep to their promises. Do we say the last time I asked somebody, they said closed estate and open estate. A closed estate, you are free to build or whatever you want to build. You can do whatever you want to do. They just sell land for you and you go and do whatever you want to do. And a closed estate, they will tell you what to build. They will take time to maintain that estate. They will take our time to do all what they ask to do. But most of this real estate these days, they fail to allocate plots to you. They don't allocate plots. They day by day, night by night, they advertise on social media, TV stations, and whatever places, radio, whatever places they want, and they fail to keep to their promises. What are the red flags you need to see on this before you to know that these companies, they are not legit?
Every real estate businesses in Benin, they have good intentions. They all have good intentions. But like I said, coming into real estate, you must have a mentor. You must understand how this business works. Now, putting on your flyer, you put borehole, you put road, you put this. It talks about development. Now, imagine me buying a land. I have a 20 plot of land. And how much do I want to sell this land? I bought this land from a community as low as, let's say, 700,000 naira. Now, I want to sell this land. I'm going to put road, I'm going to put perimeter fencing, I'm going to do the gate, I'm going to have the place for security, I'm going to do some other little bit of infrastructure. How do I want to get this money to do this? Now, I bought a plot of land for 700,000 from a community at for 100 by 100. Now, for me to do this thing, it simply means by the time I remove 20% of the road from that 20 plot, it simply means 4 plot has gone, which I've used to demarcate road. I will now do perimeter fencing. 4 plot has gone already. So I'm left with 16 plots. So how do I want to sell? How do I want to achieve these other things? Now, doing those perimeter fencing alone is going to cost another amount of money. So you must make sure you explain to every buyer. Everybody wants to buy land from you. But what they are concerned about is if you tell them this, let it be this. But from your own end as a company, you should be able to position a lot of things. You must understand how you get the finance to do the road, to do the perimeter fencing, to do the gatehouse. Even though you are not doing it instantly, but as times goes by, you should be doing it. We told a couple of our clients and we told them, oh, by December, we'll be doing a proper allocation to them. And they all agreed. Now, between that time, we want to start doing a proper allocation. We should have done all our perimeter fencing and we should be doing, we should have the gatehouse. And we are not coming to say, okay, this is where your land is. This is where your land is. Now, I always urge every real estate uh, investors out there. For you telling a client that you will do perimeter fencing, you have all this infrastructure. If you have a 50 plot of land, you must keep at least 10 plot of land that you are using to generate income for yourself. Now, what are those income? You are having commercial activities, a plaza, supermarket, because when people are living in this estate, you don't expect them to go out. Now, most of them want to make sure that if these facilities are in there, you are actually doing a business and you are getting good return of investment. So, but it's so painful that most times our real estate business guys, what they do is they don't enlighten their clients. They tell these things they are doing, they are all futuristic things. But now they don't allow the clients to know that these things are in the future, not now. So you must be able to explain to all the clients. Because yes, most of them want, imagine somebody having a 1,000 plot and you sold this 1,000 plot out to all your buyers. Trust me, it simply means what you sold there is You don't even have a place for the company that the company is going to build other commercial activities to keep in your buyers. Because if we go by a real estate, any estate you are staying, trust me, that estate should have a lot of amenities. There should be a plaza, there should be the supermarket, there should be a school, there should be a police station, there should be all these things available. Now, if you as a real estate company, you can get these things in that estate, trust me, these people will be glad. Nobody wants to live where the estate is and be driving another 10 minutes or 20 minutes to take their child to school or to run to the market or to get one or two things outside there. But so I'm urging all our real estate professionals, if you are giving your clients a land, don't just sell land because you want to get the money. Sell your integrity, sell trust, sell humility, and sell patience. And trust me, every client that comes to buy from you, when they see that you are sincere, you are genuine, you have integrity as your watchword, they will always want to buy from you. And as time goes by, and make them understand that running this estate costs a lot, they will buy from you. So we are telling a couple of the red flags most persons see is they see when these real estate guys are lying to them. And now I was talking to somebody. Some persons do not have time to verify the real estate certificate. I've seen somebody that just comes out and build he registers his company as a real estate company. All you just do is just to buy land and sell. And I look at him and I look at him and I look at him, I just laugh. Imagine community giving you a land for 700,000. And because you want to grade road, you now sit down and say, oh, I need people to just buy this land. They'll buy it for the same 700,000. Automatically, you're already putting yourself in debt. So, but you see, there are a lot of red flags that you can see from an individual that is selling a land. Number one, you see that if they tell you a place is 12-minute drive and that place is above 12-minute drive, you should check it. If they are explaining the future to you, they must be able to tell you that it is the future, not now. But meanwhile, they've told those people that once you buy this land, in a short while, you will see these things. But a couple of our people in Benin City here, they like they run after lies, and we are not in Evermore. We are not ready to sell lies. In fact, most of our clients will tell them we are not in a haste. Not that we don't want to make money. Everybody wants to make money, but there's a process of growth. So when you see all these red flags, and I want to also tell most of our buyers out there, reach out to your real estate company and make sure you ask them, are they connected to an association, a real estate association in Benin City, in Edo State? Do they have the EFCC certificate, which is the Scum Here? Now, if you don't have some of all these certificates, how are you able to sell? Are you able to call yourself a real estate professional? But it's just so painful that most buyers, they also, oh, this person, they sell land. There's no difference between you selling land and the community person. Because instead of me buying from you, I'd rather go to the community. But if I'm buying from you, I buy value. So we on our own side, we try to make all our buyers see the reasons what we are selling as a real estate company. So sometimes these red flags, the buyers will see it, but they will ignore it. And they'll say, oh, they buy it out of sympathy. Please, if you're coming to buy from Evermore Castle out of sympathy, don't buy. Buy because we are selling value, and buy because we have integrity, we have trust, we have patience, we have humility. So don't just buy when you see some red flag and you're not okay with it. You are free to back up. But trust me, I told some persons, I told my team, I said the person that refused to buy a land from me for 1.2 million naira today, give the person 3 years time. The person will come with 5 million naira and be begging for that same land, and I will not sell. So there are so many red flags out there. It now depends on the company precisely. And please, if you're buying, sometimes as real estate, you might not get your community approval instantly because of the way we get our land from communities. But see, I will always tell people, tell your clients. Some of our clients, we told them, we said, don't worry. After they finish paying their for their land instrumental, and we told them, by the time the community approval came, what we did was we send it to them. They are outside the country. They saw the community approval, and they were like, okay, cool. And we asked them, look at the document. They signed, and we gave them everything. Now, you see, your watchword from day one. That's why I always tell people, if you stand on your watchword from day one, these people will always die from you. So any red flag within any company is based on the individual or the company, but the buyers might have seen it, but they refuse to run away from it. So there are so many red flags. But if you're buying a genuine land, buy a genuine land. Look at the integrity, look at the trust, look at what the person is selling. And if it is futuristic, buy it. If they promise you heaven and earth today, please avoid the land and go and look for the one that is telling you that this thing is for the future, not now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for watching today's episode of My Property and I think our guest today did justice to every single issues that is bothering a lot of persons as regarding property. See, a lot of persons buy property and since like let's say 5 years now till now, their plots are not still allocated to them up till now. What are these issues? Why are these guys plots? Why are their plots not being allocated after 5 years? Some will say after 10 years they've not seen their plots, and the value of a property does not remain from 5 years till now. The value does not remain. If that guy had put, or that guy or that lady has put his money on something else, he maybe that money would have yielded something more profitable than that. He would have gotten more better interest. So why are people not getting their plot immediately as they pay for that plot? Let that plot be allocated instantly to them.
One problem I noticed there is sometimes people buy a real estate firm is selling. We have a large number of land. For instance, they have 1,000 plot of land, and now they sold to 1,500 persons. This is where issues now arise. They might have allocated to the 1,000 person. What of the 500 persons? There is problem. Now, and sometimes on the buyer's end, buyers don't do follow up. Once they give them documents, they feel they've gotten the land, but they've not actually allocated their land to them. Now, I always tell people, I have seen the ups and downs. My mentor told me something. He said, Evans, we bought a land at Abuja. When we saw the old document, everything was genuine. And after a while, they saw that the land was fraud after spending over 500 million naira. So everybody that paid money, 10 million, 20 million for a plot, they started returning back the money. So is at the losing end. Now, sometimes you should be able to ask the real estate company, when are you allocating your land? If you buy through the renter should be able to connect you and tell you, oh, our allocation process is at so and so time. So please come and see your plots, your land. Come and see the plot allocation. Come and take hold of your land. And you know that this is where the portion of your land lies. So when it comes to delay of allocation, like I said, anybody coming into the real estate business, be ready. Don't just leave it. It's so painful that most of the CEOs, MDs of the real estate companies, they don't go into the bush. They don't know what is happening in communities. They don't know the challenges that is occurring there. Their staffs only comes to them and give them a sketch. And while working on this sketch with their busy schedule, their clients are shouting and screaming. But because as an MD or CEO, you are not around, you won't even hear that the client came. So, but you should be able to design a time. When are we allocating? We've gotten this land. When do we allocate? You and your team should sit down and say, okay, we're allocating by December. So you communicate to everybody. December, everybody should be around or send the representative. And by then, instantly you go in there and allocate. I've told some person, I've seen somebody that bought a large portion of land, a real estate firm. He sold all the land. And at the end of the day, more buyers came. He went to that same land and resell again. So how will you now? Maybe the new buyer that came, the old buyers that came before, maybe they were not available. They didn't come to ask for allocation. So he sold to the new buyers and instantly he allocate to the new buyers. So, and the old buyers, by the time after 5 years they came, oh, we need our land. There's no land to be given to them. So it now becomes a problem. So I'm telling everybody, allocation takes a process. Allocation are done with process. But from the company you are buying a land from, the company should tell you when are they starting their land allocation. What we do in our real estate firm is when we sell a particular portion, we are done with that. We go to another particular portion. While we are making every document available, we are now planning for the allocation process. So we invite everybody that bought a so and so place. Oh, get ready. Then before you will now come in for your allocation. So if you are buying a land, ask your vendor or ask the rector, when is your company actually allocating my land to me? And if you buy a land, don't just go and sleep because they've given you document and say, oh, well, I've gotten this document, so my land is secure. Yes, your land is secure. What of if that real estate company, they are in debt? If they are in debt today, some persons will just go in there and take your land and resell it, and you start looking for your land. And by the time you are dragging this person, you will see a whole lot of chaos. So I'm telling every real estate professionals out there in Benin City, land allocation, let your people know. Let them know, oh, after purchasing land, in 6 months' time, we'll start our allocation process. So they should be aware. There should be a platform to communicate with everybody so that within that 6 month time, when you send out your date, they will go and get. And buyers, if you buy a land, please don't just go and sit down and fold your hand. Ask the question, when is my land going to be allocated to me? It is very important. It is very crucial so that you'll not go and sleep after 5 years' time. When they finish allocation, they just feel, oh, this land, somebody else will come in and buy it. Then you will not come and start disturbing the company. So allocation is a process. It takes time, but get every information so that your land will be allocated to you.
Thank you very much for watching today's episode on My Property and I guess did a wonderful justice to the issues that has to do with property. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platform. My Property and I, we usually say My Property and I. Yusuf Phoebe Lalo.
My property and I, Yusuf can be a landlord.
Yes.
Now, see, I want to tell everybody, you see, My Property and I is a platform that we want to use to change the mindset of our people. Edo Light, wake up, there's a new change. And trust me, if you watch My Property and I, you'll be glad that you won't fall into the wrong hands that will eat up your money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having you on the program today.